Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. You know who it is. And it's time for our weekly segment where I dive into some of my favorite tracks from this past week. If you would like to support this segment, you could do what you're already doing now. Watch it, like, comment, subscribe. Also, hit up our Amazon Associates link down there in the description box. Anything you buy on Amazon, if you live in the US, we get kickback from it. Does not add to your overall price. Now, all these tracks that I'm going to recommend to you also linked down there in the description box. You can hear and check out all of these songs and videos there. Cool? Cool. All right. Going to do this a little raw because that's how we do these. Let's get into the worst track of the week. Without question, worst song I heard this week, potential to be worst song of the year, is the new Fall Out Boy song featuring Missy Elliott, a track from the new Ghostbusters movie where they essentially cover the Ghostbusters theme song. It's such a heavy, overblown version of the original track. I can't stand it. It's like listening to pop punk and dubstep come together and Missy Elliott somehow involved. I thought she knew better, but I guess, you know, we're all capable of making bad decisions. Let's continue. We have a new track from Icelandic post-rock and experimental rock band Sigur Rós. This new track of theirs is one of the oddest I've heard them put out in a while. Quite abrasive as well, considering that their past couple of records were kind of easy on the ears. Their last record, not as menacing as I thought it was going to be, but their past couple albums have been quite blissful and heavenly. This new track, by comparison, way more textured and heavy, especially when these like electronic shots of percussion come in that are very rigid and very hard hitting. So it sounds like Sigur Rós is finally coming through with an interesting change of pace, which I think they've been in need of for a while. Moving on, I want to shout out a track, Body War, from the band Show Me the Body, a group that I've been introduced to just very recently. Actually caught them live with Rat King at one point, but they had a different sound, a very different sound than what they actually have on this track. This song, very punky, very heavy, but has kind of that, I don't know, somewhat reverby sheen that you would expect from like an indie group or something. There's something weirdly hollow about the track that gives it an interesting character, but yet it's simultaneously also very punishing and hard hitting. Again, can't fully explain what it is about this track that makes it so unique, but I like the song quite a bit. Moving on, my dude Clooner with the song Let Me Be. This guy, I can't tell if he's making comedy rap or if he's making serious rap. I mean, it's sort of funny and it seems tongue-in-cheek, but I unironically enjoy it. And I don't know, I just find his lyrics on this track to be hilarious, especially as he's saying, be my hoe girl, be my whole world. Really good rhyme there. Really great rhyme from my boy Clooner. So this guy keeps dropping these eccentric rap singles and videos, and I'm just looking forward to seeing where he moves next. He seems like a total nutcase, musically anyway, which, you know, has just continued to make his music more and more entertaining to listen to as he falls down this descent into insanity. Moving on, we have a track from Nightfunk, which is a new collaborative project featuring Night Jewel and Dame Funk. And never thought in a million years these two would be on, you know, like a full-length collaborative project, although it is just an EP. And it's actually pretty great. Night Jewel's vocals complement Dame's very funky synth funk production really nicely. I know these two, their paths have crossed before, so I guess it's not, you know, surprising that they make more music together, but for them to be really going the distance on a new EP here is pretty interesting. And this track is pretty catchy, pretty fun. We have a new track from the Tallest Man on Earth. Seems like a stripped back acoustic ballad, not as instrumentally overwrought as some of the material that was on his last record, so I'm liking that. Seems like we're going back to, you know, kind of that skeletal, basic but very effective singer-songwriter, acoustic guitar, great passionate vocal formula from the Tallest Man on Earth. A couple more. We have Gucci Mane, who just dropped a new track, which was absolutely hilarious. The song All My Children, where he's essentially rapping about all of these Southern rappers are his children. He's influenced all of them, and none of them would have careers if not for him. So very funny track from Gucci Mane. And finally, we're going to end it off with Touché Amoré's Palm Dreams, new cut from their forthcoming record. sort of on the fence with this track. The chorus rubs me the wrong way, sort of feels like something out of a 2000s era radio rock radio single. But the chorus seems, not the chorus, the verses seem really throttling and energetic and everything that I would expect from this band. You know, they're still going for that emo and screamo thing, but they're working in a bit more pop rock, maybe to take the edge off of that and maybe appeal to a wider audience and just go for a different sound. I'm not against this move in theory. Could result in some good tracks, but I can't say I'm vibing completely with this song outside of some of the verses and the great performance. You know, I think the drums and the guitars are really tight on this track, very melodic and you know, super loud, super blaring, just really emotionally and auditorially overwhelming, like I would typically expect from these guys. And yeah, those are going to do it for my favorite tracks of this week. Again, they're all linked down there in the description box. And again, our Amazon Associates link is down there as well. And also in the description box, for your morbid curiosity, is that terrible Ghostbusters song from the new Ghostbusters soundtrack. Thank you, Fall Out Boy, for that. All right, we're going to leave it at that. Favorite tracks this week. Forever.